So I'm gonna tell you a story which I don't believe happened only with me, but I believe this is happening with many other neighborhoods in Brampton. I had this neighbor and really good friend of mine approach me one day and he said, Ajay, I think I'm gonna sell my house and move outside Brampton. When I probed a little bit more, I realized that he was upset with the school situation. He was upset with lack of facilities. He could not see raising kids in Brampton just because he thought that they may not get the global capabilities, they will not get the global exposure. The reason why they came from India to Canada was to be able to give their kids the best they could. And he started feeling this discontent that he did not think he was giving the best to his kids. Then I spoke to a couple of other neighbors, and I was in a unique situation that two of my neighbors, who were also very good friends, were in the process of leaving Brampton. Now, people know where we stay is a fairly safe neighborhood. It's beautiful, but they had a huge issue with commute. They would spend 2.5 hours at times not being with their family, but being stuck in traffic. So what I realized was we were losing the educated, the talented people from our neighborhoods. And why were we losing them? Because we failed to provide good services, because we failed to provide good quality education to their children, because we failed to provide them an easy, quick commute, and they could not spend enough time with their families. Now, bear with me, these are the people you want to retain in your community. These are the people who are wanting to spend time with their families. These are the people who are willing to go the extra mile to make sure they get the best quality education for their children. And when I looked at these problems, I realized I will myself face these problems. I have a 2.5-year-old son, and he's a darling, and I would want the best in the world for him. So at that point, I had two options. Either I also start looking out of Brampton and I figure out where else would we want to move. A feasible alternative. But we realized that we've come from India in search of a better future for our families, in search of a better place to live. And I realized Brampton has the raw potential to be that place. Now we got to work hard to make it so. So I decided to jump in and do the best I can to make Brampton a place where I'll be proud that I'm giving my kids the best facilities in the world. I'm giving them an education system which is one of the best in the world. I would work hard to eradicate our commute delays. If I cannot eradicate them, I will simultaneously also work hard to make sure local jobs are here in Brampton. And I'm not talking about the $10 an hour jobs. I'm talking about high-paying jobs. These are jobs that will give money in your community. If somebody makes $100,000 plus doing a high-tech, medical, high-end job, they will spend more in the community. Your local businesses will flourish. You will see them spending on their lawns, keeping it beautiful. So these are the kind of jobs you need in your neighborhood. And to sum it up, I had two options. Either leave or stay here and fight. And I chose to stay here and fight, not just for myself, but for each and every one of us.